Welcome to the fireside, where we gather to hear the wisdom of our ancestors and stories from the heart of Africa. Pull up a chair, settle in, and let's dive into today's tale together. In the heart of the vast and sun-kissed kingdom of Zuberi, where golden savannas met lush, emerald forests and rivers sparkled like the days of the ancestors. And within those sacred walls lived a woman whose name was etched into every head and spoken in every prayer, Princess Asheri. At just 25, Asheri radiated a grace far beyond her years. Her smooth dark skin glowed like polished ebony. In her expressive eyes, deep pools of determination, compassion, and quiet strength seemed to carry the wisdom of generations. Her high cheekbones and full lips were framed by an elaborate crown of intricately styled hair, adorned with golden beads and coral stones, shimmering with each step she took. Draped in flowing robes of royal purple, gold, and secret white, adorned with beadwork that danced with the light, she warmed among her people like a living poem. Though the womb of royalty had not yet blessed her with a child, after more than a decade of marriage, her people loved her no less. In truth, they loved her more. Asheri is the mother of Zuberi's heart, even if not yet of its children. The elders will say, with knowing not. Each morning, she moved through the marketplace, offering warm smiles, gentle words, and the touch of healing hands. She knew every child's name, every widow's burden, every father's struggle. Her kindness flowed like the great river in Sharu, speedy, life-giving, unwavering. By her side stood Prince Allen, a man of towering strength and unwavering devotion. With his broad shoulders, deep-set eyes, and voice like thunder softened by rain, he was the pride of the warriors, the shield of the kingdom. But in the quiet moments, his eyes belonged only to Princess Asheri. "My love," he would whisper, wrapping his arms around her beneath the baobab tree. "You are the song that gives meaning to my silence." Though no child's laughter filled their royal chambers, they danced together in the moonlight, planting trees with their hands, and found joy in nurturing the spirit of their people. Their love, quiet but fierce, was a beacon in a land that had seen seasons of both bounty and drought. And so, in the golden glow of dusk, as the king triumphed and traditions pulsed through the veins of his people, a new story began to stir. A tale of sacrifice, redemption, and the power of unwavering faith. One night, as a fierce storm raged, a desperate cry of the life and fear echoed through the village, a woman named Naya had given birth to twin boys. The first set of twins in the kingdom since Asheri's wedding. But what should have been a moment of joy was instead shadowed by peril. Zuberi's ancient custom was clear. Whenever twins were born, one must be sacrificed to the gods. The village elders arrived at Naya's hut before dawn. The high priest, draped in red and black robes, stood at her doorsteps. "One must be given," he declared. "The gods demand balance." Nia clutched her newborns to her chest, her tears soaking their tiny faces. "Please, no," she sobbed. "Take me heard. The elders did not waver. The decree had stood for generations. No ruler, no mother, no father had ever challenged it until now. Says, where is the fairy? Her gold anchors jingled as she stormed through the corridors, her voice echoing in the great hall. This must end, she declared. No innocent child should die. The council of elders stood in stone silence. Princess, an elder said, shaking his head, this law existed since the time of our ancestors. We cannot defy the gods. And have the gods spoken to you? Asheli challenged. Did they come down from the heavens and demand the blood of an infant? The elders glanced at one another uneasily. Prince Allen, one being listening in silence, stepped forward. His gaze was dark, but with worry. Asheri, what do you plan to do? She turned to him, her eyes fierce with determination. I will take the child's place. Gasps filled the room. The elders murmured in shock. This is madness, one of them exclaimed. A princess has never been sacrificed. Then, let me be the first, she said, her voice unwavering. If gods desire a life, they shall have mine. Prince Allen felt his chest tighten with fear. He stepped closer, gripping her hands. My love, please. This is not the way. She covered his face, her voice softer now. Alan, I was born to be a mother, even if not to my own. If my life can save this child, then I have fulfilled my purpose. The sun hung low in the sky, casting long shadows across the quiet village. Before night's hot, the air was thick with tension. Princess Asheli stood tall, her vibrant robes flowing like a banner of defiance. Her eyes, fierce with conviction, met piercing gaze of the chief priest. The sacred man, draped in a red and black, held his staff firm, yet his composure wavered beneath her unhidden stare. Beside her, Prince Alex, Princess was steady, his broad frame a silent shield at her side. He said nothing, but his eyes echoed his wise determination. Villagers watched from the shadows, breath held, hearts pounding. This was no longer about tradition, it was about truth. And in that secret silence, history trembled. The elders had no choice but to accept. The sacrifice would proceed at dawn. The entire kingdom gathered at the great altar, where house sacrifices had been made. The sacred flames burned bright, casting eerie shadows across the temple walls. Asheri stood tall, her gold purple-white robes flowing like the river that nourished the land. She wore no crown, only the solemn grace of a woman unafraid of death. Prince Alex stood at the edge of the gathering. His fist clenched so tightly that his knuckles turned white. He prayed through the night, but his heart ached at the thought of losing her. The high priest raised the ceremonial blade. Great cause of the land, he implored, we offer the sacrifice. But before the blade could descend, a great wind howled through the land. The sky darkened, thunder rumbled like the voice of 1,000 ancestors. The flames that lit the altar suddenly died. A mighty voice echoed from the heavens, shaking the earth beneath them. She is secure. The gods reject the sacrifice. Gates of awe and terror rippled through the crowd. The high priest dropped the blade, his hands trembling. What does this mean? He whispered. The voice thundered once more. No more blood shall be spilled. The decree is broken. The sacrifice is abolished. For a moment, silence greets the kingdom. Then a great cheer erupted from the people. Mothers growing with their children. The kingdom was freed from its darkness. Prince Allen ran to Asheri, pulling her into his arms. "You have changed our world forever," he said. Tears streamed down her face as she whispered, "Not me, Allen. Fate has." Months passed, and the kingdom rejoiced in its newfound peace. Then, one fateful night, Asheri woke with a sharp pain. The midwives rushed to her chambers. The palace held its breath, and then, just before dawn, the palace erupted with the cries of not one, but two infants. Asheri had given birth to twin boys. Yes, she has given birth to twin boys, they claimed, they exclaimed, happily, rejoicing. The kingdom celebrated for days, calling them the children of redemption. A joyful African village celebration indeed it was. Princess Asheri sits on a golden throne, holding her twin boys. Wrapped in silk cloths, Prince Allen stands beside her, smiling with pride. The villagers dressed in colorful fabrics, dance, drum, and throw flower petals in the air. The palace, in the background, is adorned with banners and glowing lanterns, symbolizing a new era of peace. Asheri held her newborns close, whispering to them, "You are a proof that love can change fate." Prince Allen pressed the kiss to her forehead. "And you, my love, are the mother of a new generation. And so with love, faith, courage, Princess Asheri and Prince Allen ruled the kingdom of Zuberi in joy. Their hearts full, their legacy eternal. Everyone was happy. There was peace in the land now. And the ancestors knew that everything is gonna be alright. Thank you for joining me by the fireside today. And remember, the stories never ends here, because the fire of these folktales will always burn bright here at the fireside. Until we meet again, stay inspired. Drop down a comment or two at the comment section and keep the stories alive. Don't forget to subscribe, like, share, and why not turn on the notification button. God bless you.